The aroma of stale beer and desperation clung to the alley like a second skin. Rain hammered the corrugated iron awning above Sparky's head, each drop a tiny drumbeat against the symphony of urban decay. He eyed Percy, the pigeon who was now attempting to pry a stray pepperoni nub from the discarded pizza crust with surprising determination. "You got grit, Percy," Sparky slurred, his voice a gravelly whisper. "I'll give you that." His gaze drifted back to the blurry image of the asteroid in the newspaper. A lumpy gray blob hurtling towards their insignificant blue marble. The scientists' panicked faces in the inset photo didn't exactly inspire confidence. His superpower. It was a joke, really. While other heroes were busy bench-pressing buildings or shooting laser beams from their eyes, Leo Maxwell could find lost change. It had funded years of self-medication. But the nickel finding, as he vaguely understood, was just a narrow expression of something far stranger. Something that buzzed faintly under his skin when the world felt particularly off-kilter. The next morning felt apocalyptic. The sky was the color of dirty dishwater, and the air vibrated with the low hum of mass exodus. Sparky, surprisingly, felt a clarity he hadn't experienced in years. The impending doom had somehow cut through the mental fog. He clutched the tattered news report, his knuckles white. His command center, the alcove beneath the roaring interstate, was a testament to his chaotic existence. Amidst the squalor, the coffee can full of coins gleamed dully. He upended it, the clatter echoing in the relative quiet. "Listen up, my metallic marvels," he muttered, his eyes surprisingly focused. "This ain't about bus fare anymore. This is about not getting squashed like a bug." He felt that familiar hum intensify, a low thrumming in his chest. The NASA control room was a maelstrom of shouted commands and blinking lights. On the main screen, the asteroid was a fiery death blossom growing larger by the second. "Impact in T-60 seconds, a voice shrieked. "No countermeasures effective." Then an anomaly, a flicker on the radar. Something small, moving incredibly fast. "What the hell is that?" a general barked, pointing at a blip that seemed to be accelerating towards the asteroid. Suddenly, a stream of silver projectiles, dimes, nickels, even a couple of lucky pennies, slammed into the asteroid with the force of high-velocity rounds. The space rock bucked violently, its trajectory wobbling like a drunken sailor. More and more coins rained down, impacting with surprising force. The asteroid began to spin erratically, losing speed and momentum. Finally, with a pathetic little poof, it glanced off the upper atmosphere, a fiery skip off a cosmic pond, and vanished into the black void. Beneath the overpass, Sparky gasped, his body trembling. The humming subsided, leaving him feeling strangely empty. His coffee can lay on its side, devoid of its metallic inhabitants. The news crews descended like vultures. The impact zone was just a stretch of scorched earth, smelling faintly of ozone. A lone, slightly melted penny lay embedded in the cracked asphalt. Later that night, the city held its breath, waiting for explanations. Scientists were baffled, muttering about atmospheric anomalies and gravitational shifts. Sparky sat in his alley, sharing a slightly singed hot dog bun with a very smug Percy. A headline on a discarded newspaper screamed, "Impossible, Earth saved by something." Sparky leaned back against the brick wall, a faint smile playing on his lips. He felt the familiar craving begin to gnaw at him, but it was strangely muted. He'd saved the world, and all it had cost him was pocket change. He reached into his pocket, his fingers brushing against something small and round. A single forgotten nickel. He grinned. "Well, Percy," he said, flipping the coin in the air. "Looks like we can still afford that extra large with everything."